Hey Lego YouTube, welcome back to another video. Senor Briccacino here, driving into Legoland, New York for the very first time. So today you're going to see a video where we kind of walk you through how to experience Legoland, New York in under 1 hour. And this is going to be shot from a point of view of my beautiful wife recording this. So here we are on top of the hill in the parking lot, overseeing the Legoland, New York resort. This is the actual Legoland hotel where you could stay if you're interested in staying long term here. Of course, some cool Lego flowers here. Couldn't remove it, so we just kept going. Let's take a walk down to Legoland Resort. This cool little Lego made car, big size one. Of course, couldn't drive away, unfortunately. The steering wheel did work, so um, you know, all good there. So let's take a look what else is out there in front of the Legoland New York. Of course, this is the big shot, the money shot entering here. Don't mind my limp, still recovering from my knee injury, but super excited to be here for the first time and get to experience Legoland New York in under 1 hour. So let's go inside and see what's fun there. Of course, it was a nice, beautiful day. The weather was amazing. So here we are entering Legoland New York for the very first time. Some cool creator sets. I thought those were real boxes. They were not. I was, a little deceived. So we're entering the big shop. Of course, we did take advantage of the Lego Shoppers Pass, and I'm going to talk about that later in the video, what that requires. But first thing we did is hit up the big shop. So here you see all kinds of Lego sets and Lego merchandise. Of course, we wanted to check it all out. So you got a cool little display here of a couple of modulars and a little racetrack around it. Looking awesome. Called Legoland New York, looking like a tire right there. Really cool. Some cool merchandise here. It's a nice little hoodie with some finishing lines on the sleeves and some cool mugs to go with it. We then started looking over more merchandise here for babies. So that was, really cute stuff. Of course, you see here there's Lego sets all over the place. There's the Disney Lion King, some Marvel sets, the Green Goblin there, some Speed Champions, Aston Martins, all good stuff here. Moving over to the big wall. This is where they had a wall of mugs. You could find a mug with almost anybody's name, of course, to an extent. And then you could find some cool ones too, like Dad, Mom, or, Blink, or someone's favorite uncle, etc. There's a really large selection there. I was lucky enough to find one with my name on it, so I was pretty excited for that. Moving over to this display here, of course, you see the Mickey Mouse and the Gumball machine, which I'm super excited for. Still haven't picked it up, but that's on my list to be picked up soon. And of course, the Steamboat, also on my list. A lot of cool Lego ideas set here. This is a Lego Ideas shelf. You see Dungeons and Dragons. You see the Nightmare Before Christmas. You see, a lot of nice stuff there. Of course, the Lego Icons shelf is right next to it. There's Transformers, there's the Lego Icons vehicles. And here's the Lego Architecture shelf, plus the Italian Riviera. And of course, we couldn't walk past the Eiffel Tower without, giving it some proper measurement, comparing it to my height. Of course, I'm not tall enough, so this set makes me look even shorter than I already feel. Moving over to this beautiful display with some nice botanical sets displayed in that acrylic case, apologies. And then my wife and I thought we'd take a stab at creating our own minifigs. So it's this cool machine where you put your hand there, and then it kind of scans your biometrics and creates a minifig based on what you look like. Did a good job. It captured my chin quite well. My green hair, not so much. I don't know where the assumption came from, but I really liked the minifig that it captured. It was awesome. And of course, my wife, stepping from behind the camera, wanted to take a stab at this too. So her figure was generated too. It's really cool to kind of see what you'll look like as a minifig. So my wife, of course, did her scan and she got her final result, which was really cool. Actually, looked really resemble her quite well. And the little laptop there too, which we thought was really funny. Moving on to the other side of the store, there's of course an Ninjago section, a Disney section. We moved past it because we knew we had an hour left, and we wanted to hit up a pick a brick wall, which was our main purpose. So we moved over to Bricktopia, and you see some little kiddos playing around there. It was all fun and games. So moving over to Bricktopia, we saw a little bench with friends' characters. Of course, couldn't pass up a photo op opportunity, so we stopped there real quick. I don't know why my wife thought it was funny recording me, but I guess we did that. And now we are moving over to Bricktopia, where there's also a cafe, but we decided to skip that for now to go to the bazaar. Of course, where you could find a lot more Lego pieces. Main reason why we came here to try to stock up on as many Lego pieces as we can. So this was a little pick a brick wall. Like I said, I thought it would be larger, but working with what we got here. So you see some base plates there. Again, more merchandise. There's the scaled up minifig. And then, of course, the main event for us was the pick a brick wall. So we took a look at what kind of bricks they had. It had some cool heart shaped pieces, nice red and orange color pieces, of course. At this point, I didn't really have anything in mind for those colors, so I kind of left them there on the shelf. This was a cool display to play around with. And of course, we moved on to the some green pieces, and of course the masonry white brick there. And as you see in the video, you could remove the shelves too, so you could dig your hands in there and try to pick up as many pieces as you can. A lot of greenery for my forest too, so picked up a few of those pieces. Some beautiful blue pieces here as well, really vibrant. And then of course a lot of pink. Well, these eyepieces really stood out to me too, so I spent some time looking at those. And of course the little pink hearts, really adorable. We did pick up some of those flowers as well to add to beautify our Lego City and other displays. You see this classic sets here, some Lego minifig head mugs, which are really cool, like silly heads. And of course, this was our haul for today. Some fence elements, some white masonry pieces, all good stuff. Of course, couldn't resist not taking a shot in that frame. Of course, we got our little tote bag there. So this was our haul from the Bricktopia store. We decided to hop on the car and drive our way back to the big store. Had some issues starting the car, so afterwards we said goodbye to our friend over here and decided to, after having a quick conversation with him, to walk it over ourselves to the big store. On our way there, we saw this cool little teacup like attraction for kiddos. So that's all fun. There's obviously a place to get coffee as well. We enjoyed the site. We didn't get too deep into Legoland because we were working with an hour. So we wanted to maximize our trip here and kind of focus on more time in the store. And yeah, there's a monster party coming up. So if you're interested in the month of October, it'll be there. Of course, it shows you the queue for all the rides here. So we didn't make it to all the rides, but next time, absolutely, we're going to try to do that. Yeah, a lot of great stuff for this resort. Of course, it's a lot smaller than Disney, but you obviously still have a lot packed into here. So it's really cool. Going back to the big store, we saw this cute plush of a doggy with the wheelchair for the back hinge legs. So that was really cute. Hinge paws. We saw some other cute ones. And of course, we tried to play a little soccer, football if you prefer, with our Lego Friends friend. And we decided to take a gander at the rest of the store and see what else we could find here before we head out. Of course, this cool little Creator in One display with the panda. Really enjoyed seeing that. These pants are, of course, meant more for kids, not for adults. So not quite my size there. Had to keep on moving. Came across this cool, of course, my wife's saying hi right there. Came across this cool Lego City wall that had a lot of the great vehicles So we took some time to explore those before moving on. Moving on further, of course, a lot of these are recent releases, and you see on top there's a train station to the airplane, which actually was a lot bigger in person than I thought it was. I might need to get that for my airport build that I'm still obviously developing. Found some silly hats too to try on. Didn't take it home, unfortunately, but had to leave something for next time. It was really fun. The botanical garden set still on my wish list. Still haven't picked it up. I'm hoping one day I'll be able to fill that hole in my heart. We moved over to the Mario section where we saw some great sets before continuing on to see what was in the Minecraft section. Of course, what followed was Marvel. We saw some of the recent modules, the Avengers Tower, again on my wish list, the X-Men Mansion, also on my wish list, and then Ninjago, where you had a cool display of the Ninjago City recent modular releases. Of course, they only had the most recent one in stock, but some cool displays for Ninjago fans. And as you move over, you have the Harry Potter section, with all the recent stuff. And the Diagon Alley was here, which was nice because it was out of stock online. So if you're looking for Diagon Alley, Lego Store New York is your spot. And a little Star Wars corner with all the ships and figs and what you may have for Star Wars fans. Of course, we couldn't resist walking past this roaring lion that made some interesting noises. But yeah, that was our trip to Legoland New York for under 1 hour using the shopper pass. Hope you enjoy this. We got our haul, in under an hour, and yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed my experience at Legoland New York. That was Legoland under 1 hour. Don't remember if I mentioned this during my actual 1 hour experience, but we used something called a shopper pass, right? So a shopper pass is where you pay for a 1-day admission ticket at the box office at Legoland. And essentially what they tell you is you have 1 hour to go to the big store, which is around the corner for Legoland New York, to spend at least $25. And if you do that and you come back to the guest services in under an hour, they will refund you for your ticket that you pay for admission, and they'll also waive the parking fee for you. So wherever you parked, as you're getting out, you go to the booth and you tell them, here's my guest experience, I got my ticket refunded, can I get my waive parking? So they'll do that. So essentially you get a free pass to go to Legoland for an hour to do your shopping, and you don't have to pay for admission and or parking. So that's a cool thing. If you want to check out your local Legoland, that's a really nice experience. A nice perk of experiencing the big shop in there. And obviously we went to Bricktopia to get some pieces too. So I hope this helped shape anyone's decision who's interested in going to Legoland. But let's see what we actually got there. So our Legoland New York haul, and this tote bag was purchased there too. So this one's really cool. This one, particularly at the New York resort. So let's see what we got there. Legoland New York resort with my name on it. So now I'll be drinking my coffee with a Legoland exclusive mug. Super excited about it. They had a ton of different names, and really like picking this one up. I got a cool lanyard, Legoland New York 21 when they open. Could use this for my work badge ID, which was kind of the idea behind this. Super excited for this. Got a hoodie there, Legoland New York. If you open it up and go to the back side, big letters Legoland across it. So I got this in my size. Perfect right ahead of the winter season for us up here in the Great White North, as they call it. So I'm super excited to wear that. This thing is super cozy, really cool. And finally, the main reason we did the shopper's pass is to load up on unique pieces. So they didn't have a ton of unique stuff, so I got mostly white fence elements. I got this white masonry brick, which is kind of cool for my winter village that I'm building. So here it is, the white masonry brick. Yeah, and I got some tile pieces that I think could be useful too. Let me show this brownish tile piece. So hopefully you can see that. And then the other box is similar. The only cool element here is that we really liked was this particular golden arch of a railing they use for steps. So this one's pretty cool. But not a ton of unique pieces there. I expected to see a lot more, but I guess that wasn't really the place for it. I think from what I've seen in the community, Disney Springs in Florida and California has really cool pick-a-brick walls. And I think the Lego store in New York City, the flagship store, has a lot of cool pieces. But from what I've heard, other than that, outside of US, I think Germany has a lot of unique pieces. So if you're looking for bricks and pieces, or if you have any suggestions for me where I could load myself up on some unique bricks for my builds, do let me know. One more thing that I wanted to right before I went to Legoland New York. So let's see what's inside here. This is one of my upcoming projects. Of course, the soon-to-be retired Lego Diagon Alley. This thing is massive. I cannot even fit it on camera. Let me see. So you see this 5,544 pieces. Lego set 75978. This thing is massive. So the idea, I've been trying to get this for a while, and I think it's one of the older Lego Harry Potter sets that came out like 2020. So I've been trying to get my hands on that. Initially it was like $400. Then during the great price hike period for Lego, it went up to like $450. But now they had a special, was it Insider Day during the Lego Back to Hogwarts promotion, where they bumped it down to $369, I want to say, and it sold out within a day. And I almost didn't pick it up. It was like a last minute decision, so I'm glad I did. And of course with it, I got two promos. I got the Quidditch lesson poly bag with Harry Potter and a Quidditch lesson. And of course I got the Hogwarts Castle room of requirement. So now I'm wondering, with this room of requirement, should I pick up some Hogwarts Castle set so I could start building my own castle? Of course, this combines with a great tower they show you on the back of the box. So that's how they get you. They say, oh, you get this little set here, but like, oh, if you want to include in something else, you got to get this other set. And then spirals out of control. Hopefully not for everyone, but yeah. So now I'm tempted to get the other pieces, the other Lego sets for Hogwarts Castle, to see if I can build it out. That was my experience with the New York version of Legoland. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments about it, about my experience, please leave it under this video. If you enjoy this content, please leave a like. Let me know if you want to see more videos of me visiting Lego stores, Legolands, bricks and minifigs, any brick store in general. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, want to see more of it, make sure to stay subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Got more cool content coming out soon. So I hope I'll be seeing you guys in the near future. Take care.